Let's talk about your body's hidden operating system. Seriously. There's this powerful, silent network that runs pretty much everything in the background. Your breathing, your digestion, you name it. It's basically your body's own personal autopilot.
I mean, think about it for a second. You're watching a scary movie, or maybe you narrowly miss a car accident. Instantly, your heart starts pounding, right? Your breathing gets faster, you feel this surge of energy. But you didn't decide to do any of that. So who's pulling the strings?
Well, the answer is this absolutely incredible system, the autonomic nervous system, or the ANS for short. It's the master manager of your entire internal world. It sends out nerves to all your organs and controls them automatically, handling all the vital functions that keep you alive without you ever having to give them a single thought. It's the whole reason your body can maintain a stable, balanced internal environment, a state that scientists call homeostasis.
Okay, so let's get our bearings a little bit. To really get a handle on the ANS, we first need to see where it fits in the grand scheme of your body's wiring. This chart lays it all out perfectly. At the very top, you've got the whole nervous system. It splits into two main parts: the central, that's your brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral, which is basically everything else. Now that peripheral system splits again into the part you control consciously and the part you don't, which is our star for today, the autonomic system. And as you can see, that system has two very famous divisions, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So let's meet the first of these two divisions. This is the one you're probably most familiar with, even if you don't know it by name. It's your body's built-in alarm system, the one that kicks into high gear whenever there's an emergency. Honestly, the best way to think about the sympathetic system is as your body's gas pedal. When you need to react fast, to fight or to, run away from a threat, this is the system that slams that pedal to the floor. It floods your body with all the resources it needs for intense physical action. And this diagram really shows its incredible reach. You can see how the signals start right there in the middle of the spinal cord and then branch out through these little hubs called ganglia. They act like command centers, sending the go signal to pretty much every single organ. It's designed for a massive, body-wide response. So, what does this actually feel like? Well, your heart rate skyrockets to pump more blood faster. Your pupils get wider to let in more light so you can see better. Your airways open up to get more oxygen, and all the non-essential stuff, like digestion, that gets shut down immediately to divert energy to your muscles. It's all about one thing: survival, right now. But of course, you can't have a gas pedal without a brake, right? You'd burn out. So let's meet our second player, the force that brings everything back to a nice, calm, steady state. If the sympathetic system is all about spending energy, the parasympathetic system is all about saving it. This is your rest and digest mode. Think of it as the maintenance crew that handles all the background tasks of healing, growing, and storing up energy for later.
And notice its structure is different. Its nerves come from the very top, the brainstem, and the very bottom of the spinal cord. And unlike the sympathetic system's widespread alarm, this one tends to send out more targeted, more localized signals. It's a bit more precise. The effects here are, as you might guess, the complete opposite of what we just saw. Your heartbeat slows down, your pupils get smaller, and, most importantly, your digestive system gets the green light to do its job. This is the system that takes over when you're feeling safe, relaxed, and just content.
Okay, so we've got a gas pedal and a brake. But how do these systems actually send their instructions? I mean, how does a signal get all the way from your spine to your stomach?
It's a really simple but totally brilliant two-step relay. The first nerve cell reaches out from the central nervous system to a kind of junction box, and there it passes the message, just like a baton in a relay race, to a second nerve cell, which then carries that signal the rest of the way to the target organ.
So how exactly do they pass that baton? They use chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. Now, this chart might look a little complex, but the core idea is really simple. Just think of these messengers as specific keys. For example, norepinephrine is the key used by the fight-or-flight system, while acetylcholine is the key for the rest and digest system. These keys fit into specific locks on the organs, and the type of key used tells the organ what to do: speed up or slow down.
So here's the crucial point. The two systems use different keys. The sympathetic fight or flight system mostly uses norepinephrine, which is fantastic for broadcasting a signal far and wide across the whole body. But the parasympathetic rest and digest system uses acetylcholine, which is better at delivering precise, localized instructions. This chemical difference is the reason one system can trigger that massive stress response, while the other calmly manages individual organs one by one.
Okay, now let's put it all together. Because these two systems aren't enemies fighting each other, they're actually partners, engaged in the most sophisticated balancing act you can possibly imagine.
The secret is that most of your vital organs get instructions from both systems at the same time. One is saying go faster, while the other is saying go slower. This dual control allows your body to make incredibly fine adjustments, keeping everything in that perfect state of balance we talked about, homeostasis.
This table illustrates that push and pull perfectly. I mean, just look at the heart. Sympathetic speeds it up, parasympathetic slows it down. The lungs, sympathetic opens the airways wide, parasympathetic constricts them. It is a constant, non-stop negotiation, happening every single second of your life.
This beautiful diagram just shows the whole picture. You can see the distinct lines of the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems connecting to the very same organs, ready to issue opposing commands. This is exactly how your body can shift from a state of total high alert back to peaceful recovery in just a matter of minutes. It's an amazing design. So who's the conductor of this entire orchestra? Well, way up in the brain, there's a small but incredibly powerful region called the hypothalamus. It acts as the main command center. It's constantly monitoring information from your body and the environment, and it's what decides whether to hit the gas or tap the brakes. Ultimately, it really all comes down to this powerful summary. One system is built to defend the body against external threats, getting you ready for action. The other is built for internal maintenance, healing, rebuilding, and nourishing. You absolutely need both to survive and to thrive.
So, all of this brings us to one final, really interesting thought. While your autonomic system runs on autopilot, you're not just a passenger. Things like deep breathing, meditation, or even just making sure you get enough sleep, these are conscious choices that can directly influence the system, gently nudging it toward calm. So the question to leave you with is, what are you doing to help your body find its perfect balance?